Yeah, the next 30. Yeah, I'll just open it. That's not right. Because they're already built up.
Are we filming? Yes, we're filming. So that footage that you saw there was Lee's deals, direct deals, about three-ish weeks ago. So it's pretty current. As you can see, he had some fantastic stock in as usual. Really good this time. He told me that he'd obviously ramped up internet sales and shop sales, you know, based on the fact that we haven't had any markets to go to. Just fantastic. You just don't know where to look. You could just get yourself in deep bloody doodah spending in that shop, that's for sure. And what an interesting fact that he told me as well in there, he said he just very recently, I'm guessing like within the last couple of weeks, he just bought a full Master System and a Mega Drive set off someone that had flogged, and the same guy has got virtually full ZX Spectrum collection, one of the largest collections in the country. He said, he didn't tell me who he was, but yeah, he said he just offloaded, as you do, a full Mega Drive and Master System set to him. Fucking be interested to know how much he's paid for it, like. But yeah, anyway guys, I'm sorry for the massive stupid delay. I am back, sort of. So much going on as usual, but the bottom line is I just haven't been feeling vids and YouTube lately. I haven't even been watching gaming channels, so apologies if I haven't replied to any of your videos. I've just sort of like tried watching other stuff. Like I'm into bike racing and stuff, and motorbikes as well. That's another like passion of mine. And music. I just sort of like took a bit of a break from gaming and what have you. Sometimes just get a bit bogged down with it, and I just haven't been feeling making videos. And I apologise to other guys on VHS bootleggers. Just don't happen for one reason or another. But we're making one here. We're here now. We're making one. So I've got quite a bit to go through. Obviously, I bought quite a bit from Lee, from the shop. Done me fucking stellar, beyond stellar deal as usual. I'll show you that is stuff in a bit. We'll go through what we've got in no particular order, because as usual I'm, you know, Mr. Unprepared, Mr. Unprofessional, Mr. Miserable Old Bastard. But the good news is I saw a flyer for Leeds Market. It's something daft, like not any time, so I think it was something like January, February time, but you know, they're coming back. They are coming back. I know Blackpool's on. Can't make Blackpool, unfortunately, but you know, touch fake wood. We might have turned the corner in these events. Let's just hope so, because yeah, we need things to get back to a decent sense of normality. I'm sure you'll all agree. Fucking needed it. Okay, right, let's push on. We'll do some ZX Spectrum first. Totally random shit here. Sorry if you can't hear me for all the the aircraft engine fucking fan noise behind me. We'll talk about that in a little while, but we'll get to it. That is, I think, Zero Gunner 2 running on the Dreamcast. Snide stroke backup copy, but cracking game that. Okay, so the first game, Ricochet budget title version of the fantastic Starquake. If you've never played it, it's a good, nice little game that. I think even the original one's only about between 5 and 10 quid, but I thought I'll just get the this Ricochet version. Great little game that, a lot of nostalgic memories for that one. As I have of this game as well. I think I got reminded of this one on one of Scott Sega Zombies video. I know he likes this game. Fantastic Commando clone. Who Dares Wins 2. I think if I'm being honest with this, I actually do sort of prefer it over Commando. I think it's not a better game. It's just I just prefer it. I just think it's a bit more. There's a bit more going on in it, shall we say? But yeah, great little game is this. Definitely had this one in way back. There's where you've got to, you know, rescue the hostages before they're actually shot as you're working your way up the screen. That's a cute little feature in it. This one, I thought I remembered it, but I'm not too sure, and I think it's one of these ones. I'm trying to get a definitive list of the games that will not load on the Plus 2A on the black model, and I think this is one of them. I'm pretty certain there's nothing wrong with the game, but I've got the grey model up there, and I keep promising to get it out and test all these games that just will not load on this. It's Play It Again, Sam. It's like a you know, a bit of a visual stroke text adventure, and like a private eye style thing. But I'm pretty sure when I looked at the screenshots and looked at a bit of gameplay, I seem to remember this one from years ago. But I've got quite a few games that I'm like I say, I don't think there's anything wrong with the cassettes. There is a definitive list of games that just will not load on the Plus 2A. It's as simple as that. And I don't think it's the other way around. I think nearly everything will load on the grey model. It's just the black model. Don't like certain games for some reason. This one this one does load. So I've had this before, never loaded. Got it again. This one does load. Classic game. Beachhead 2 in the little clamshell. The only problem is the little instruction booklet is for the original game. So which I don't think I've got. Certainly haven't got the clamshell one anyway. So I might just try and source that minus the instructions. I don't know, but I'm not gonna beef about it too much. But yeah, lovely little game, nice little clamshell, lovely artwork on that. I love that. This one, yeah, I remember. I mean, this is a classic example of a game that doesn't hold up well anymore. I don't remember it in coin-op version, arcade version of it. Although it's, when you see the artwork, it just, you know, shoots out to you memories galore. But playing it now, it's just like, oh lord, super fucking tough. It's Zybots. Sorry about the glare, guys. My tension. Yeah, so you know, it's like a bit of a 3D, you know, going into the screen like maze, shoot and whatever the fucking hell it is. But the coin-op's there, if you can see it. But I personally don't remember that in the arcades. It might have been one that I just didn't get on with or something. But anyway, again, nice little condition jewel case. It was super cheap, like under a £5. Why not? Why not? And this one, I couldn't fucking believe I didn't have the original version. I've had it numerous times on Hit Squad, but I thought, nah, I'm gonna get it. You know, definitely one of the best ZX Spectrum games ever. Certainly one of the best fighting games, side-scrolling beat-em-ups, whatever you want to call it, is the fabulous Target Renegade, I imagine. Yeah, can't believe I didn't have that. I'm not even sure. I don't even think I've got Renegade, to be honest, at the moment. I'm not too sure. Can't remember. Okay, so we've got now... so this one, PS1 title here. I'd got this in the hope, with it being like an official Marvel franchise game. I thought I had high hopes for it. And I just, you know, I've played it a few times now and it's... just can't get on with it at all. I don't like that sort of 3D. What's the name for it? Where you sort of like you can go into the background and come into the foreground, and it just don't. It's clunky controls. Maybe I haven't persevered enough with it, but I just didn't like it. It's quite an early one as well, so as we've said previously, you know, they were just dabbling with what they could do with 3D sort of graphics back then, weren't they, in early days at PS1. So it's a 00548, so it is, you know, it's early doors is this for PS1. Anyway, it's Fantastic Four. Nice artwork cover though, I must admit. There's nothing particularly wrong with it, it's just no special, you know. Got the manual. It's a 20 quid game, as daft as it sounds. It's still 20 quid complete. Managed to get it cheap. I think I paid about 8 or 9 quid for it on a Friday night, as you do. But weirdly enough, there weren't, when I've looked, not loads and loads of copies of it, which is a bit odd. But it's certainly not rare. But yeah, these ones, right? So I'll just go. Let's just. Did I get that? Yeah, another couple of. Oh, I'll tell you what, I'll do it this way. So I got these off a guy I've bought a few stuff off Facebook, off Mike Pibworth's Ultimately Rare. I don't think he watches YouTube. I can't remember his name. It's called Dan something or other. It's fucking terrible. Oh. Apologies, Dan. If you are by some miracle watching this, apologies, mate. I bought off him before. He's always selling on Mike's channel, and I think he sells on that Sinclair thing as well. But he's definitely goes to booters. He's always buying and selling, you know, in bulk and these clearances and everything. You name it, he flogs it on there. But anyway, chucked up this Master System bundle. 5 games. There's only one that I really wanted on it, sort of thing. But we got them anyway. But we'll go through them. In fact, I think most of them haven't even got manuals, to be honest. But we'll go through them. Anyway, Xenon 2 Mega Blast. The Bitmap Brothers. Fantastic music. Not bad music for a Master System, believe it or not. It's no manual, unfortunately. The only thing is with the gameplay with this, I was desperately trying to compare it to Amiga version. Obviously, we're never going to, you know, be on par with the Amiga version, but it suffers from quite bad slowdown. The music's about the best thing, you know, in the game, quite frankly. But it's almost like it was just slightly too much for an 8-bit system. Yeah, valiant effort, don't get me wrong, but there's a hell of a lot of slowdown, and it's quite, I think it was either something daft like the collision detection. There was just something that just didn't feel quite right with it. Slow, a bit jerky and all the rest of it. Give it a fair good go. I think it got to something like 2nd or 3rd level on it. But I used to absolutely love this game on Amiga. Apart from that, we're missing Hanging Tab. It's a little bit, is it on that? Yeah, it's a little bit of, probably don't pick it up on here, but there's a little bit of folding crease into to the cellophane. I think it's a cellophane. I cleaned these up. They were quite grimy, a bit grubby when I got them. But do you know what? It's a cheap game. Glad to add it to the collection, to be fair. This next one, wow. Fucking hell, if we were to compare this to its 16-bit brother version of this Mega Drive version, you can't. Totally different game. I don't know if it were the fact that they couldn't program that anywhere near it, it's just pretty shocking to me. It's a bad game is this on the old Master System, unfortunately. Super Monaco GP. Ooh, wow. Yeah. One just for the numbers, I think, this, to be fair. It's a permanent split screen, which is a bit odd. So if you're not in 2-player, it might be better in 2-player, I don't know. Yeah, 1 or 2 players. Apparently it's got 16 courses. I couldn't put up with more than 1 course. That's how bad it was. The noise of the fucking car. And it's one of them, do you know, where no matter what you do, you're coming off that track. You know, you could be the best driver ever. You're coming off that track and crashing. It's one of them. It's not one of Master System's better conversions, that's for sure. Again, missing the manual, unfortunately. Average condition. We've got the hanging tab this time. This one, let me just refresh my memory. Yeah, this is like played it. They always remind me of these top-down ones where they're fucking like Subbuteo Men football games. They just remind me of what's it called? Micropro Soccer. They're just all like Micropro Soccer. World Cup Italia 90. I give it a go. It probably been a little bit harsh, but yeah, I never liked top-down footer games unless it were Kick-Off or Sensible Soccer. Nah, never works. Has it got manual, this one? Yeah, we've got the manual, this one. Again, average condition, bit grubby. Note to write home about condition-wise, unfortunately. Missing hanging tab again. Now this one, I quite enjoyed this one. I love my golf games. One of my favourite type of sports games is golf, as I've said loads of times in the past. So this is complete with booklet. It's got with the booklet. It's Golf Mania. Not a bad little game. Not a bad little game at all. This best of that sort of best out of them four for definite, and it's complete. So yeah, I wasn't happy with that. I think they're all super cheap. These are like, you know, fiver games. These £5 games. The one I got it for though, the bundle. I'm not going to say what I paid in total for the bundle, but it was a decent deal. Now, I never played this game previously, and to be quite truthful, I'd never even heard of it. But for some reason, the title just sort of said to me, you've got to be quick on these groups, you know what I mean, when they come up as well. So it was complete. I thought, you know what, I'm just going to have a punt at this. For what he were asking for that bundle, I thought, do it. And this really surprised me. It's super enjoyable little game. It's a little bit, I guess, based for the younger gamers at the time. You got to remember a lot of these, certainly Master System, same with Nintendo, they were aiming them at, you know, young. Back then, at younger children, not children, but you know, younger gamers. They weren't really aimed at like 14, 15, 16-year-olds back then. So some of these games do have quite a young theme or a young presentation to it, and like. But I really enjoyed it. Cracking little game, super enjoyable. It's Laser Ghost, so it's one of the games you can play it with the what do you call it? The phaser, the light phaser. But yeah, it's completely manual. I ain't got a light. Well, I have got a light phaser, but I'm not. It's boxed up there. I ain't getting that out. So certainly playable with the pad, no problems whatsoever. And yeah, it was just like you know what was really quirky about it now. So there's this little girl moving along the screen, if you like. You've got a sort of protector shooting it with the crosshairs, and there's all sorts going on. Fantastic, really enjoyable, good graphics, really colourful, good sound, playability wise, fantastic. Yeah, really happy with that one, really surprised. So thanks, Dan. I'm sorry I can't remember your surname. What else we got? Right, a couple of other. So we've got one Master System game and another Mega Drive game. These are off eBay. yeah, they are definitely off eBay, these two. I'm just trying to think now because I've got them from various different sources. But yeah, now this one, I had to get this. I think I'm probably reading about it in a retro game when they do like full game profile, and it just starts back. You go, yeah, I want that again. Like we do. I've had it a few times over years. It is, for me on the Mega Drive, the best of the original trilogy, Urban Strike. Let's not make no bones about it. This is technically the best of the best of the three. There's so much more going on it than the other two. It's got bigger content, better graphics. It's just the best of the three. Whether or not, obviously, people always remember Desert Strike most, and then they did really start to lose away later on. What are some ones I've got? Fucking Soviet Strike. Yeah, Soviet Strike, and what's the other one I've got on PS1? Nuclear Strike now. But this is the best of the original trilogy for me, and this is in fantastic condition. Cheap game, super cheap game. Really good condition, this. Chuffed to have it. Really happy to have it. It wasn't on the bloody Mega Drive list of games to get, but you know, these cheap ones you might as well get like a £5 or something, if that. So I haven't got a Jungle Strike. I don't think I'll bother, to be honest. It's not necessary, is it? It's not necessary. But yeah, we're happy with that. Lovely condition. I can finally fucking put it in that nice little slot there. That can go there. And this one, I got recommended this one by someone. I don't know if it were on Champion 2D Rob's favourite Mega Drive games, or it might have been on. I know they've been doing the rounds, you know, your top 10, but this is going quite a bit further back. Someone had talked about this game. It might have been Eddie Rollercore, I'm not sure. It's not super cheap, this one, on the Master System. And so I'd had to really bide my time for a while to get this. But this one I've been disappointed with, because I need to like give it a bit more time and know what I'm doing, because I'm not lasting 2 minutes on it, which is a bit of a shitter. So I just need to I need to persevere with this one. Anyway, I'm harping on. It's Golvelius Valley of Doom. Lovely condition, fantastic condition. Complete with manual. We've got a bit of staining on manual there, but that's not to write home about. But yeah, it's a bit like action RPG, if you like. It's a bit. I can't get what you're supposed to do, if I'm being honest. Well, don't get me wrong, I didn't read fucking one page of the manual. I ain't got time for that shit. But I'll go back to it. I will go back to it. But anyway, I think it's a decent one to have chipped off the old list, is that one. So happy to have that. What else we got? Right, so I got, talking of Mike Pibworth and his fucking Ultimate Rare. Apparently the Ultimate Rare, what's it called? Ultimate Rare Games or Ultimate Rare Console, whatever that were the name of his shop that he used to have, and I think it was in Bristol. Don't know if you remember it, Big Mike. It's no more now. Hence why he sells. I don't know what the reason behind it. Anyway, he put up some video footage. What video footage? Or pics or something of this shop. It looked absolutely mega. It looked like, you know, at the time, I think it's probably going back about 10 years now. By the look, I think when I was checking dates, about 10 years ago when he had this shop. But yeah, it looked a cracking little shop. Anyway, I got another deal off him, and I'll show you what it was. So he's another one that just buys in bulk from places where I don't know how these guys source it, but they source it, and he'll just put one picture up and he'll ask for interest in whatever you see in this picture, and then he'll tag you when it comes to selling it, listing it for sale, I should say. He'll tag you if you're interested. And that's what I did. So I'd mentioned a couple of items in the picture that I won't mind getting. And bless him, yeah, he tagged me, I got him. So the first item was this, which I really wanted for the N64 anyway. It's a must-have game, loose cart only, because that's all I collect for N64. It's Zelda Ocarina of Time. This game is probably my biggest memory of the N64 in terms of when me and my mate Paul got and we just hammered. We just put so much time. It was days on end, full weekend just playing this non-stop. Machine didn't even get turned off. It was just on constantly, 48 hours non-stop playing of this. So we're really happy to get that one in the collection, which I'll slot at the back there, probably never to see it light of day again. So that's there. And the other item that I saw that I wanted, jeez, was this. I didn't realise it came with any games, but not to write home about in terms of titles. But anyway, it was. They'll go for a burton in a minute, won't they? It were a fat PS2. Comes with 2 controllers actually. One, it's not perfect, well, not perfect condition at all, to be honest, but we've got an official controller missing the rubber off the thumbsticks, no big deal. And then we've got, I've never seen one of these ones, well this exact type anyway, but it's not a bad controller at all. It's a Mad Catz aftermarket one, quite a chunky, feels really pretty robust, that, and that is in really good condition, is that. So it came with them 2 controllers, and like I said, I didn't realise it came with these 3 games, but it does. We've got 007 Nightfire, these are all complete by the way, and London Racer 2, and then 13. And the console, I mean, I'll be honest with you, when it came, it were quite grubby. I've had to give it not a deep clean, but a good going over, shall we say. But I just wanted a backup, if you like, for my PS2. I think as time goes on, even these will start to creep up and get more and more scarce. So it'll literally be a backup for my multi-region one, as will the controllers. So cheers for that, Mike. He won't be watching this, but as usual, did us a fantastic deal. So that's that. Ugh. This thing behind me then, that's making a right old racket, I got this off someone else's. I can't remember fucking it. I can't remember names. I were gonna try and dig it out. It's quite a while ago. Anyway, it's can you see it? It's a Xbox 360 JTAG. I think it's Jasper. It's just put itself in a sleep there. So we've got, it's 600 gig. Can't see shit. Can you? Oh, can you see it on that one? Yeah, I'm looking on one. Fuck me, I can't get you. So we've basically got 91 Xbox 360 games on here, preloaded on. The only thing it hasn't got, so which I'm going to have to do this bit, is put all the shooters on, which is what I want. Like a lot of the the rarer like cave shooters and stuff. So I'm going to have to work out how to get them onto that. Basically, that's my little challenge. But it's in lovely condition. Can't remember what the mod is that they do. They take something off it. Fucking fucking amateur hour. Amateur hour. I'm not an Xbox man though, so don't, before you shoot me down, I'm not an Xbox bloody person, if you like. You know, I've always been PlayStation, but I've wanted one of these for the shooters. I've been going on about it for ages. There's something that you take off this to prevent something happening, and that's been done. That's all I know. But it's got a beefy fucking 600 gig hard drive in it. But it makes a right old racket. You probably can't hear it over music, but it's basically like having a jumbo jet winding up, just fucking taxiing down runway permanently. Fucking hell. Anyway, that's that. I'm out being chuffed with that. Got that at cracking price. Do get some good deals eventually. You know, just gotta bide your time. Bide your time. And it's definitely not the third time I've switched it on in about 6 weeks, right? Fucking busy, man. Life gets in the way, doesn't it? Life gets in the way every day. Anyway, okay, so the last few bits to show you from the man himself, from Lee Deals. Did me, like I said, did me a stellar day. So what I did was, as you can see, I was on my own in the shop. Just a random weekday, and you could just go absolutely mental in there. Some of the stuff he's got. I mean, I didn't see it this time, but to be honest, I forgot to look because I'm going to ask him about it. The last time I went in the shop, which were about whenever it were open, you know, between lockdowns, he had a fucking boxed Wonder Mega. So that shows you the sort of calibre of gear he gets in that shop. Fucking boxed Wonder Mega. Mental. But he's so blasé about the fact that, oh yeah, I've just bought a Master System and full set and fucking Mega Drive full set. Like you do. Anyway. So like I said, I'm losing my track again. So I'd walking round shop. We're in there about fucking 2 hours blagging his head, doing his head in. Get out of my store. Picking random shit up. So this is the way I do it in there. I'll just put a big pile on his counter and I'll say, how much of that lot can I have for this amount of money? In the hope that he'll fall soft and do me the best deal possible. So I'll say, come on Lee, pull out all the stops for Uncle Mark. Do us the best deal ever. And generally he does. I mean, you've got to remember, yeah, he's a mate, but it's his business at the end of the day. So they're not gonna, you know, they've got a living to make. They've got mouths to feed. He's got quite a big family as Lee. But needless to say, he did me a cracking deal. Anyway, the first game I got 4 games off him. Try to sort of spread it over 4 different formats, if you like. And they're all in lovely condition as well. In absolute lovely condition. I really wanted this one. This is a good game. Now, I'm getting on with this one. This is much more than that Golvelius. It's Spellcaster. Master System. Completely manual. Lovely condition. Really nice condition, this one. Yeah. So if you haven't heard another bit of a sort of more action than RPG, this one, but yeah, really good. A lot of side-scrolling fighting and stuff going on in that. But yeah, if you haven't got that one, guys, this does come highly recommended. Not sure what it goes for at eBay prices. I don't think it's super expensive, but it's not a budget one either. It's probably about 40, 50, I think, something like that. So that was that. Cheers. The next one was on my, so I actually did manage to tick off something off my fucking Mega Drive list of games actually wanted, the 10 remaining games that I wanted, and this was one of them. It's Batman. It's a fucking minter, is this, to be quite honest with you. This is fantastic game is this. Yeah, virtually, I mean, we've got a few bit of a creaser in that manual just there, but apart from that, fucking awesome. One that's creeping up again is this one, to be fair, but defo wanted that. We were playing this on Specky actually the other night. In fact, it's nice to. I love it when you can put, you know, more than one format together. That ain't a bad game, that, to be fair. It's just a little bit brutal. So that plays like the Amiga version, you know, where you start off in the Axis chemical plant. This one follows a different format-ish. But they're both brilliant games. So I'm well happy to have that. This one, I got a bit of a not heavy hitter such really, but getting up there. PS1 title. You've got to remember, these were grouped together, so I wouldn't have paid. I certainly wouldn't pay the going rates for these anyway. But it'll, you know, the more you're willing to shell out, the more he's willing to knock off, if that makes sense. I think Stu's shown this before. Anyway, what number is that one? So it's 3107 Chaos Break. I had high hopes for this, looking at the graphics. I had really high hopes for it, but it's shit. It's fucking garbage. I don't like it anyway. The voiceovers, whoever came up with them voiceovers wants shooting, right? It's like, oh, how can I describe it? Lame voiceovers, super lame. Again, 3D. It wasn't so much that the controls weren't doing, you know, not the usual thing. It was just, what it, there was something about it that I just did not fucking like. It's that age-old thing and all that I start losing my shit with, when you've got to find your way about and there's no obvious. I just haven't got the patience anymore. But yeah, I thought it were quite poor, this 3107. So it's quite a late game as well. So we can't use the old. We've only just worked out how to program in 3D. Not great though. Has anyone else has got this game? Give me your thoughts on it. Am I talking shit? You know, am I just not giving these games enough time? Maybe, I don't know. That's an hefty one, that, if you're to buy it on its Todd, and it ain't worth, in my opinion, what the cost is. It's one of them where, you know, I don't know if it was scarce or not. Maybe it was. Anyway, but this one's a belter now. I love this. So I've got an NES title here, complete in box as well. I'll open it for you in a minute. Had to get this. Just love it. Love everything about the cover, the game, the franchise, fucking everything. It's RoboCop 2. He actually supplied it. Where is it? So it did. It has. I'm going to put it in a brand new one, but it did come in its own sleeve. See the direct deals there. It did come in its own protective sleeve. This. The only thing it hasn't got is the Nintendo branded sleeve. But we've got everything else. Cards in beautiful condition. We've got the instruction manual. That's in fantastic condition. Look at that. Pop them there a minute. What else we got in here? We've got something else. I think. Yeah, we've got the playing with power poster. Has it got the? I haven't got the. I can't see shit in there. It hasn't got the polyblock. We've got the A sleeve, but like I say, it's unbranded. I think this generally goes for something daft like complete stupid eBay price. I think it's something between 40 and 50 quid, something like that. But you, like I say, you got them. So I won't say what I paid for this little bundle, but rest assured, it did me. You know, can't grumble price. Can't grumble at all. So that's it. We've got shit downstairs hasn't even opened yet. I've been contemplating, as you do when we do, well, I do, go over these weird cycles in your mind. You know, is it wrong, is it right to have all this stuff still sat on shelves with 98% of it never sees the light of day? I mean, I am literally dusting shelves in here of stuff that don't move. I mean, that's sometimes, I don't know. I just question my own sanity sometimes with it all, as I'm sure other people do as well. But we're all in the same boat with it, aren't we? You just go through these cycles in your mind, and you know, 1 minute I could quite literally just get rid of a lot. The next minute I'm loving it, and I'm thinking, you know, I'm questioning what the fuck was I thinking like that for? It's just weird. It's weird, really weird. The sort of what goes through your mind with collecting. But yeah, some nice little pieces there. Yeah, happy with that this month. So that's accumulated over about, I'd say 5, 6, 7 weeks, something like that. Well, like I say, I've got some more bits coming in. Right, guys, thank you. I will leave you alone now. Thanks for watching. Again, apologies for the long delay. I'll probably be back in some form or another. I'll need to check back with the bootleggers, guys. Please do check that channel out, VHS Bootleggers, as well, if you get a chance. Pete's been putting in some, you know, great work with that, really sort of owning that channel now. And, you know, I'm bringing a lot of other guys on board and doing all sorts of streams. Fantastic. Can't thank him enough for what he's been doing on that channel. So I need to, you know, help him out with a bit on that very soon. But I will be back on this. I don't know when. I'm not sticking to a time frame anymore. It's just other than when I can, you know, get my arse in gear and get my head in gear. As you can see, the move hasn't happened yet. Don't want to go into that because that's another thing that's fucking pissing me off. So yeah, we're waiting to see what happens there at the moment. I'll once anything's concrete, I'll let you know. But as it is at the minute, this broom will be the last to get boxed up. I'm dreading doing that anyway. But yeah, when it comes to it, I'll have to, you know, bite the bullet and do it. But I'm leaving it as absolutely long as possible. Right, guys. Cheers. Thank you. If you watch this, if you're still watching it, oh, it's a bank holiday weekend, so enjoy your you know, your long weekends. And I hope to see you all soon. Okay, long live the retro.